If you like this video, click like. If you want to continue to follow our adventure, hit subscribe. Your support would be greatly appreciated.
Hello, Miles on the Road subscribers and followers. Well, you know what today is, don't you? Yep, it's Friday, which means it's Easy 5 Friday. And today's topic is 5 disadvantages to driveway docking. Okay, let me explain. Driveway docking is when you're parked in someone else's yard or driveway, hooked up to their electric or water or whatever the case is. And as you know, we had to do that because we have a sick family member and we had to come to Missouri, and we were able to acquire a spot in this guy's backyard. He's got 5 acres, and we're way back in behind his garage, and paid him $150 for 6 weeks to hook up to his electric, and then we got well water. So now, before I start talking about the disadvantages, I don't want anybody to think that we're ungrateful for being here. I'm not complaining. It is just a subject, something to consider before you start driveway docking. I will put out a video at some point about the advantages of driveway docking. Okay, so number 1, you're always on their schedule. Well, maybe not always, but you're on their schedule a lot. And I got 2 examples. One, in order for us to get out, we have to go around the building and out to the driveway. Well, he runs a company here out of his shop, and sometimes he has customers park where we have to exit. So if there is a customer there, we can't exit, so we have to wait for the customer to leave. I mean, it's not a huge inconvenience. It's just when you're ready to go, sometimes you have to wait to leave until the customer leaves. And it's never very long. It's only, I think the longest we've had to wait is 15 minutes. But it's, I don't want to interrupt his customer. He's trying to make money, and totally understand that because I was self-employed also. And the second example is, on the weekends, they practice their band. He's got 3 sons and himself, and they have a band. And they practice inside the garage, which actually I wasn't aware of until after they did it. But they, on Saturday nights, like to practice. And of course, us being early birds, we go to bed relatively early. We just weren't expecting the loud music. It was no big deal. Again, we were able to put in earplugs. Now, he lives out here in 5 acres, all to himself, and so he's accustomed to coming out and not disturbing anybody. So again, just something to think about, that you're usually on their schedule. Number 2, knowing that we are, man, it is cold. No. Number 2, knowing that we are very reclusive, introverts. We don't socialize a lot. We don't have a lot of visitors. One of the downfalls to this is they are very friendly people, and they love to talk and have a good time, long discussions. They're just very friendly people. It's just we're not used to it. Again, living out in National Forest all by yourself for the last 8 months, who would have thought that somebody would have been coming over, knocking on your door, just wanting to talk? Number 3, we feel intrusive. Recognize, again, that this guy lives out here in the country, and he's not used to people being around. Not that he's very friendly, just like I said in number 2. He's very friendly. But he's just not accustomed to having traffic in his area. And so the other day we left, I don't know, it was still daylight, probably 4 o'clock, and we came back after dark. Well, of course, our light shined into his window, and he came outside with his flashlight to see what it was. I guess he checked to make sure we were okay. Whatever the case is, I felt like that we inconvenienced him because he had to come outside and it's cold, and check up to make sure everything was secure. So, you know, we just felt bad about that. Felt intrusive. Felt like it was an inconvenience for him. So, number 4. We feel like sometimes we're in the way. You know, he's got to sit back here in the back of his garage. But the other day, they were cutting down some wood, firewood for their wood stove. And we were in the way. That was very clear, and I felt terrible about it. And I actually felt like maybe we should move the camper. And of course, again, he is so nice. Oh, no, don't worry about it. We'll work around this problem. You know, just very nice. But, I mean, we really felt like we were in his way. He was trying to drag branches up to this burn pile here. And, you know, the branches got hooked up onto the power cord that we have ran. And, you know, it was just extra work that... And I came out to help. I don't want you to think that I just thought it was his problem. I came out and tried to, you know, move the wiring around. But I just felt like, and the truck was in the way. We had to move the truck. But I just felt like we were in the way. You know, it's just a feeling like, oh man, if we weren't here, his job would have been so much easier. So, number 5, hiding. And this may not be for everybody who has to driveway dock, but it definitely is the case here. Again, I've said that he runs his own shop here, and you know, he has customers coming in, and you know, we're behind the shop. Now, to be clear, he has not said anything about this, but having been self-employed myself, I know the value of a customer and how you don't want to give out any embarrassing secrets, or, you know, for lack of a better word, secrets about yourself. And I don't know how embarrassing it would be if his customers knew that he had a family parked in his backyard in a pop-up camper. So I try to respect his customers because I've had to deal with that. So when his customers here, we do try to hide, recognizing that we didn't really learn this until after we already exposed ourselves once on number 2, I think it was, where I talked about, you know, the customer was in the driveway. Well, now we know that they have customers coming in. When the customers are here, we do try to keep ourselves very secluded inside the camper. And not make a lot of noise or anything, because we don't want the customer to think, what is going on behind the shop there? That's weird. You know, we don't want him to lose any revenue or business or anything like that. So anyway, not that this is a big deal. Something to be aware of when you're driveway docking. You know, you all of a sudden have another family that you have to make sure that you're not bothering or inconveniencing, or whatever word you want to use. So, and just keep it in mind. So, anyway, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Click like if you like the video. And happy travels.